Why is it that women don't care about money, don't care? They want to have money, but they don't care about how it's made, how to save, how to invest, how to make money into more money. They don't care about that. They don't read this stuff. They don't understand the business world. They don't understand interest rates. They don't understand any of that stuff. Why? And again, let me repeat for all you idiots out there who are going to call in. Are there exceptions? Of course there are. There are exceptions to every rule, yes. But generally speaking, this is the way it is. And that's why you read the stories about little old ladies eating cat food all the time, because women don't know about money. Why not? 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number, 1-800-5800-866. Pete, on a cell phone, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How you doing, man?
Oh, okay.
I'm from Chicago, but I'm staying with a friend in Troutdale, and I just wanted to express to everyone they need to find someone that has the same values as they do, and that includes values about money, and you need to find a woman that respects money. I mean, that's hard to do. And
no, you need to find a woman who will let you handle the money, and then you tell her, no, you can't have any.
Well, you can let her spend her own money. If she wants to spend her own money on...
Wait a minute. What do you mean her own money? Look, if two of you are paying the rent, if two of you are paying the utilities, there is no her own money. You know what? Well, you're going to be splitting that stuff.
Well, you split the...
Her own money is the money that's left over after the bills are paid. That's what her own money is. You know, a lot of guys have this attitude that a woman, her money is her money and your money pays the bills. And that's just not fair.
Well, it is our money, and if we're paying our bills, then the money that's left over is our money, so we should decide together how we're going to use it.
I don't think so, because I think most women are going to use it on shoes and other frivolous stuff. I don't hear women say, hey, let's put it in a mutual fund.
Well, they don't often choose to do that because they don't understand money.
Oh, so you agree with me?
No, I do agree with you, but, I mean, what can you do? Well, most women are pretty much stupid. And
that's why you don't. Oh, there you go. Most women are pretty much stupid, he says. And here's the thing. It's like you just don't let them make decisions about money.
Well, no, they can make decisions about money. You just have to guide them along and make sure they don't make any mistakes.
Well, I don't even agree with that. I think you tell them, look, here's how much money you're getting. Here's what we're buying. No, we don't need a new car this year. Sorry. No, you don't need 100 pairs of shoes. Sorry.
Well, there's no question about it. Women don't need 100 pairs of shoes, but you do need a car. You might not need a new car next year, but you're going to eventually need a new car.
Well, when you do. But you know what? For me, a car should last 10 years.
No, I agree. They should last 20. They don't make them to last that.
But the point is, I've been with women who want a car every 3 years, every 4 years. Oh, my car is 4 years old.
Well, it's nice to have a new car. Yeah, I know you agree with that.
It's nice, but it's not necessary. Not necessary.
It's not necessary. There's no question. You don't need knickknacks for your dining room table. Right. You need a place to stay. You need a roof over your head. You got to eat.
Right.
But other than that, all the other stuff is garbage. You don't need it.
You are
pretty much. You just got to make sure that you take care of the women and make sure that they're on the right path and they're not buying 100 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, here's how I take care of them. I have the checking account. I have the credit cards. And I have the cashola.
That's why you get women a credit card with a limit of $500 on it. So when they come to you and say, yeah, my credit card's not working, that's because you spent too much. You're done.
There you go.
That's the end of it for you this month.
Now, Pete, you don't have a show like this in Chicago, do you?
Of course not.
They won't put our show on. They won't do it.
Actually, my friend Tom, he's a pharmacist. He just moved out here from Chicago, and he put you on, and I really enjoy your show. So
we want to be on in Chicago. They won't put us on in Chicago. That damn WCKG won't put us on.
I'm not sure. Do they even do they syndicate you in Chicago? I don't know.
No.
That's too bad.
They should.
I have to come out here to Oregon more often.
We're available. They just don't put us on.
You're probably too expensive.
No. Nope, we're not. We're cheaper than some of the crap they got on now.
Yeah. What about Mancow? I know you know about Mancow. I don't listen to him personally, but...
Well, if you don't listen to him, why are you recommending him?
Well, he's pretty much the same type of deal, outrageously crazy. Brings some...
I don't like being compared to him. Nah.
What about Howard Stern? What do you think of him?
I like Howard Stern.
So do I.
So does Mancow. Let's do his show. It sounds just like Howard Stern.
Well, not just like him, but still.
Come on. It's a bad
Howard
ripoff.
Stern, I appreciate Howard Stern because he brought New York AC/DC. And I especially appreciate Howard Stern after I saw his movie Private Parts.
There you go. I'm a fan of Howard's.
Divorce.
What can I say? I'm a big fan.
What else is going on in L.A.?
What else is going on? The usual stuff. Craziness. What can I say?
I heard earlier that you had 4 divorces. Is that true?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Working on number 4?
Married 4 times, divorced 3 times.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And how do you control your wife?
I had a prenuptial agreement.
And she was okay with that?
She signed it.
Well, what does she do for a living, I mean, does she have a lucrative position somewhere where she earns a decent buck?
No.
So you provide all the dough?
I have.
Oh, that's a bit different. I mean, you got to find yourself a woman that has a job.
Yeah,
I need a sugar mommy.
Well, you know what, though? For many years, my wife was my personal assistant.
Really?
Yes, she was.
Well,
and did a good job at it and, was very helpful to me.
Which wife was that?
Number 4, of course.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. And do you treat her to dinner now and then?
I have treated her to dinner many times.
And does she appreciate it? Does she say thanks? And does she give you a big fat kiss at the end of the night?
Now and then.
Now and then?
Yeah.
It should be every time.
You're right about that, baby. Pete, thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Tom on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Tom, hello.
How you doing?
Okay.
And I do care.
Good.
I respect you as a god. I'm going to live the rest of my adulthood under your rules.
Thank you. I am firm but fair, yes. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just calling about women spending money, and this is probably the root of my divorce. And, it's kind of funny. Prior to telling my wife that I wanted a divorce, she was going to go out shopping. I told her, honey, look, we've only got the money for the mortgage this week. Save it for that. And I no sooner got home, and she told me I owe her mom money.
Uh-huh.
And I asked why, and she said because she went out shopping.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they don't understand the concept of it.
Yeah.
Granted, I met this girl with a quick relationship. Within a few months of us meeting, she got pregnant, had a rough start to the pregnancy, and I told her, don't worry about going back to work. I'll take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it on what I make.
Yeah.
I'm a lower middle class, but we can still do it.
Uh-huh.
And she had no regards, You give her $100, a couple $100 was gone. You give her $20, it was gone. You give her $2, it was gone. It's amazing that they don't have the concept, or they don't care.
Yeah.
You can't.
I think you're right about that. They don't care. They just think the money's coming in. They don't bother to worry about how it's getting in there, or if they want to quit work to be with the baby, or they want to work part-time, or they want to go volunteer and save the whales, or whatever they want to do. They just assume the money's coming in.
Yeah.
And men have no choice. We're chained to a desk for 40 years.
Well, you know what? We do have a choice. And mine was to unload this lady. And unfortunately, it's cost me an arm and a leg because I'm going through 2 years of court battle. And even to the point where I'm trying to get custody of my son, which I'm going to court tomorrow on.
Uh-huh.
I've overpaid her $5,400 in child support. And then last week, I get a letter from the district attorney in another county that she's filing for welfare.
Right.
And I called them up and, asked, who's responsible for this? And they said, well, you are. You're the father of the child. And I said, well, according to my attorney, I'm not to pay because I've already overpaid her $5,400. She's living in a homeless shelter. I have a home where I can provide a roof for my child, but she won't let me have the child because she thinks that the child is a banknote.
Unbelievable. But how typical is that?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Jesus Christ, Tom. It's great to talk to you.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Woo!
Tom Leykis. Only on Hot Talk 1080 KOTK.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Coco, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello?
Is that a question or a statement?
That is a statement.
Hello.
I'm calling because I strongly disagree with what you're saying about females and money. I think that if there's anyone who is going to take better care of their money, it's going to be females, And you're sitting here, I think it's very hypocritical because you're talking about men and stuff and how all, they want a female that looks good. And when females call up, you want to know how they look and is their hair long or short. Well, it takes money to do that. So for us,
it doesn't take that much money to do that. Women love to overestimate that.
Well, no, I mean, it doesn't take that much money, but when you look at a female, you're not looking at, her investment options in her portfolio. You're looking at her appearance. So
I'm not talking about what I look at. Again, you're like so many women are worried about what men think. I'm talking about what they know for their own good.
I mean, I do know about money. I have over $16,000 in the bank, and I'm 20 years old, And I think that the females today, the young ones, they know that we're going to have to be the ones that pay the bills and things because men, they won't stand by their responsibilities.
Where are all these women who know so much about money?
Look around. I mean, I know you're an older man. You're probably messing with older females, and I guess you got some bad apples or something, but...
I've messed with my share of very young women, let me tell you.
Okay, well, you take care of business then, but the young...
And I have not met a lot of young women. By the way, in this job, I meet a lot of women in that age bracket. They don't know about money.
I don't see how you can say that. I mean, you're saying that females, all they want to do is spend, but look at the Sunday paper, I mean, look at the coupons in there. They're marketed to females. Would a man ever stop and clip out a 50?
I clip coupons. Hey, don't, you're barking up the wrong tree. I clip coupons.
Okay, but do most men do that? You're talking about, what most females do.
Most people don't do that.
More females do than men do, though. That's 50 cents.
That's only because more women do the supermarket shopping than men do.
And that's because more females are over their house's finances. True, the man may go out, and earn money, but the female's the one who actually is over spending it and things.
But spending it doesn't mean you know about it. It just means you spend it. I agree with you that women spend most of the money, but I would not agree that women know how to save money or invest money. I'll bet you don't.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
What mutual funds are you in?
I don't have any right now, but I'm looking at getting a Roth IRA started. My parents told me that if you put $2,000 in, like every 6 years and wait till when you retire or whatever, you'll have over $1 million for that.
$2,000 every 6 years?
Or we'll do it for 6 years, $2,000 every year. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Every year for 6 years, that's it?
Yeah.
So you're telling me $12,000 becomes $1 million? That's not true.
That's what I've been told.
That is not. It's wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, even...
Why don't you read up on that? How about you buy a copy of, like, Money Magazine, like you read about?
Actually, I get Black Enterprise.
Black Enterprise is not going to tell you this information. Black Enterprise is going to tell you how to start a business. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
We're talking about how to invest.
Yeah, and I'm looking at that. Right now I'm looking at buying different stocks for actually BE Enterprise, someone that makes airplane parts, because I know that they have to update, how they, how secure the cabins are and things like that. So I think that'd be a good, investment, because Boeing has to go and they have to update that, and that's one of their suppliers. So, I am taking care of business, and that's what I'm.
But you've never heard of mutual funds?
I have heard of mutual funds.
Name one.
I don't know a specific one.
There's over 10,000 of them. Just name one.
I can't name one, but I know
some of them are very famous.
I know what it is. It's when a lot of people, they put their money into, a certain investment, and that's basically how it works, I mean, I'm not here to dispute that, but I don't know.
You can't even name one mutual fund?
Personally, I can't.
One out of 10,000. You can't name one.
Not one of those. I know what it is. I don't know what each and every one is, but I know what a mutual fund is, I'm not trying to really get into mutual funds.
Why not? If you only have $17,000 or whatever it is, that's exactly what you should be investing in.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at different options. That wasn't one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't understand. You're sitting there talking about females and stuff and how all they want to do is spend. For us, a dress or shoes, that is an investment,
No, it's not.
That's what men are
going to do. It's an investment. See, it's an investment in getting a man who will ultimately pay your bills.
No. I mean, I never plan to stop working, ever, and especially the way men are now and the way things that you tell them to do. A female better know how to get out there, and earn her money and take care of business, because a man will have a kid with you or marry you.
But they don't. And even you don't.
Don't what?
Know about money.
I do. I know some. I don't know everything, but I know a little bit. I probably know a lot more than...
Where do you keep your money?
With a credit union.
And what kind of interest are you getting on that money?
Not very good. I know I need to change that, but I've just been saving that. I've been keeping it there.
How much?
It's like... It's 4 point something.
So you don't even know how much interest you get?
It's 4.
All the money in the world that you have, you can't tell me how much interest they're paying you on.
It's 4 point something. 4.5.
4 point something.
Yes. Well, it changes daily.
Don't you think this matters?
Yeah, it matters.
Why don't you know the answer to that question?
Because I don't plan to have it in there for a long time.
Because you're a woman. Come on.
Okay, you know what? You played the female before who thought that James Brown or Al Green or whatever, he was some kind of investment person or whatever. But you've never asked a man any of those questions.
Some kind of an investment person?
Well,
Do you know who I was asking about?
Yes, Greenspan. I know. Okay, I know.
Who's he?
He was he sets the interest rates. He does.
Who is he? What is his title? What organization is he with?
God, I'm so nervous. He's with Federal Reserve.
And what is his title?
He's I had it a second ago. I know it. I don't. God, I know what he does. It just escaped my mind just now, but I know what he does. Every morning on the news, he'll sit there and talk about what he's going to do and stuff, and with interest rates and things like that. And he has a big effect on the country and the economy and how it goes. He's a very powerful man and stuff.
You're a lot closer than some women. Hang on a second. Catherine, what do you want to say to Coco here?
Oh, my God. She is... Okay, you are so stupid. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Excuse me. Do you know me?
You are the same kind of woman who has my brother wrapped around her little... Sorry, Tom. Her little finger... and doesn't even know anything. All she does is spend him into the darn poorhouse. My brother works hard. You're the type of woman that sits there and works for the short term. The minute you find a man like my poor brother,
right now, I don't have a man. That's not what the most important thing is to me. That doesn't define who I am. How much money do you have in the bank right now? Current.
How much money do I have in the bank?
Yes.
I have a lot of money. I'd rather not say I have a lot of money.
You know what? You probably don't even know. You don't even know.
Let's put it this way. You know what? You're right. You know why? Because I have it invested in funds like a Fidelity Investment Corporation where I invest my 401k well and wisely. You're right. I don't know exactly how much I have. Okay, but what I do know is that I invest it well. I'm not some stupid twit that is living off of a man who doesn't even know how to. No,
I am in school and I work. I support myself.
You know what?
I pay for my schooling.
You know what though? But you're defending these women who leech off of men, who spend them into the poorhouse, who have to go and take the money and buy the nails and buy the hair. And you know what? I'm married and I make more money than my husband.
Well,
I bring it home.
But guess what? According to you're not a very attractive woman. So
okay, no, that's where you're wrong, sweetheart. Okay.
Well, ask Tom. Let's ask him.
You know what? You're missing the point, sweetheart. You're like totally getting off the subject, okay? Because I spend some of my and my husband's money based on asking him if he minds me going out and doing this stuff. There are women out there like you, like my sister-in-law, who don't even consult their checkbook with their husbands. They just
you know what? I'm not married. I don't want to be married. I don't want to have to sit there and ask permission from a man about how I spend my money. That's what I'm going to call.
See, that's the point. That's the point that you're missing. Your money. When you marry somebody, when you go into a partnership, it is not your money any longer. It is everyone's money in that partnership.
All right. On that note, Coco, Catherine, I thank you both for the calls. I appreciate it.
The Tom Leykis Show. It's the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Laura on a payphone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
All right, Laura.
You having a good night? Hello?
Yeah, I'm having a great night.
Well, good.
Yeah, you kidding me? I've got the best job in the world. I'm just sitting here cruising.
I can appreciate that.
Yes.
So anyway, I called in to tell you that I'm kind of one of your rule breakers.
You're a rule breaker. How so?
Well, I just don't fall into very many of your categories. So every time I listen to you talk, I feel like I ought to call you and just tell you that.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't need to be said. We know there are exceptions in every category.
Absolutely.
But you know as well as I do that you're a rule breaker because those are the rules.
Well,
the exceptions prove the rule, right?
Yeah, but you have to hear from them once in a while.
Well, once in a while. But what I get upset at is they all say, well, you said that all women are all women are not, because I'm not like that. Therefore, all women are... I never say all women. I always say there are exceptions to the rule, but nobody cares. They don't hear it. They're not listening. Huh?
They never call in.
Because there are so few.
I know. But we need to call in once in a while and just tell you there's some people out there that just don't fall into your categories, so... That you talk about, your topics of discussion. Let's put it that way.
Uh-huh. Now, what'd you call in about? We're a minute and a half into the call. I don't know why you're calling.
Oh, well, I just called to tell you that. And I have a fiancé that loves to spend money, and I'm a lot more frugal than him. So I just thought I'd call in and say there are some of us out there that are looking out for our other half in a little bit better way.
There are, but not many.
Huh?
There are, but not many.
Not many.
There you go.
I agree.
Good.
I agree. But anyway, that's what I called to tell you about.
Thank you, dear. Usha, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Okay, Usha.
I just wanted to call just to talk about, I think that women are conditioned, as well as men, to be in certain, roles in our society. And that, men, predominantly are the ones who take care of the money. So I think that that's why there's a lot of women out there who don't pursue that. We're not taught to pursue that.
Well, they're going to pay for it down the line.
I'm sorry?
They're going to pay for it down the line.
I agree, but I mean, as a woman, you're not encouraged to go along those lines. You have to actively seek it out.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I've seen studies on how people react to small children and how they react to boys and how they react to girls. It'll be the same exact child, but the boy will be encouraged to do things, to go out, he's praised by what he accomplishes. And the little girl will be praised by how she looks and how cute she is and how pretty she is.
Yeah, but why, again, women are the only ones who worry so much about what other people think. Who cares?
Who
cares what other people think? You know what? You need money. When you're 50 and your boobs are pointing south, you're going to need money.
Oh, I agree.
Who cares if other people judge you by how you look? Who cares? You need money. So stop worrying about what other people think and go get some money on your own and learn how to save it and invest it. I get so sick and tired of women calling going, well, everybody judges me by my appearance. Who cares? Who cares? Get money. Get some.
Well, that seems to be the main driving factor in our society, and unfortunately, that's what you have to do to, be
get money.
Survive.
Get some. Go get money.
Well, I'm trying.
Then invest it. Make more money out of it.
I'm trying.
And if people don't like it, tough luck. You need money.
But, that is what women are taught as the basis.
Who cares?
It's conditioning.
If women would read a book or a magazine once in a while, it wouldn't matter what they were taught. They'd be learning something else.
Radio show. Well, I do think that there are a lot of women out there that are educated. I don't think it's a matter of ignorance or...
No, I think, on the contrary, I think it's a matter of being intransigence. I don't think they want to learn anything about it.
About money?
Right.
Well, it's not very interesting.
What do you mean it's not very interesting? It sure is interesting when you try to get your boyfriend to pay for everything. It's real interesting then, isn't it?
Well, I'm not that type of person.
Well, most women are. You must not be that attractive.
Oh, well, why would you say that?
Because women who are attractive get their boyfriends to pay for everything.
It depends. It depends on the woman. I think that if somebody has low self-esteem or puts all their value in their appearance and what they can...
Well, the people who have a good appearance put all their value in their appearance.
Well,
it's the people who don't have a good appearance that don't put their value in it.
It just depends on the person.
I'll tell you what, if you look like Cindy Crawford or, what's her name, Naomi Campbell, if you look like one of these chicks, Tyra Banks, of course you put your value in your appearance because your appearance has a lot of value. You can sell that.
Well, yeah, I definitely don't look like Cindy Crawford, but I'm an attractive person.
Bottom line.
I feel like that there's more things to place your value in other than just your appearance. And I feel like, earlier you made a statement that you'd have to find a good-looking woman with low self-esteem who felt like supporting herself, but I think that's high self-esteem. That's if you support yourself and know your own value and what you can achieve.
But the only women who do it are women who aren't attractive enough to find some guy to pay.
That's not true.
Generally, it is true.
Generally, you would say that's the truth?
Generally, I would.
That's a really sad statement. About our society. If you think that's really true.
Generally, I do.
So women who aren't attractive seek out other methods to find value.
Women who aren't attractive have a lot of Friday nights at home to read Money Magazine, Business Week, Barron's, Wall Street Journal. They get a lot of time on their hands to learn about that.
Women who are attractive are just pretty vacant.
Not that they're vacant, but they can spend their time looking for guys with money.
And Dallas is a very superficial city, and I do see that a lot.
So you're not even disagreeing with me on this, you're just sad about it.
Well, no, I do think, generalizations a lot of times are true, but I mean, I think it is a sad. I think it's a sad statement of our society that what we deem as, you know, as worthy.
Well, again, if women have looks, they want to find guys with money, and they don't want to earn any of their own. And if women don't have looks, those are the ones who become the CEOs at Fortune 500 companies, dear.
Peter Gabriel's Secret World Live, another exclusive DirecTV preview event. This concert is available free of charge to DirecTV customers every weekend in April. The acclaimed 1994 Secret World Live tour from Italy. It's a showcase of Peter Gabriel's top hits, plus new interviews about his current world tour. This DirecTV preview event is in celebration of the DVD release for Secret World Live. On sale now. Enjoy Peter Gabriel in concert every weekend this month for free, only on DirecTV Channel 103.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Leykis on Hot Talk 1080 KOTK.
The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Olga, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, can you hear me?
Why, yes.
I've got a bad connection.
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Oh, I love you so much.
Olga, listen to you. You're out of control.
My boyfriend turned me on to you a while back, and I got to tell you, there were days when I just loved to love you and loved to hate you, but, baby, most of the time you were so right on the button. I got to tell you, this money thing, women do not know what they're doing. I mean, a lot of us, we get out there and we make our money and everything, but once we get that boyfriend that has money and pays for our dinner, we're so happy. The minute they don't pay for our dinners, they're tightwads, they're not good for nothing, let's dump them. And we never really sit there and we think about, you know, hey, let's invest, let's do this. No, we always let the guys do it.
That's right.
It happens all the time.
That's right. That's right.
I totally agree with you with this whole thing. I'm pulling over right now because I've got to talk to you.
And then you have all these women saying, oh, I was accustomed to a particular lifestyle. Now I'm not going to have the lifestyle to which I become accustomed.
Oh, definitely. And let me tell you one surprising thing. And there's going to be women out there that are going to totally disagree with this, but it's so goddamn true. Even the women that are making good money that are young right now, if they go out with a guy and that guy does not pay for their portion or expects for them to pay for their own portion, that man is a tightwad, he's a lowlife, and oh my God, he's making so much money, but he didn't pay for my dinner. He's no good. And that's the screwed up part about it.
There you go. I agree with you, Olga.
Totally screwed up. Totally screwed up. I've had girlfriends that do that. My one exception to the rule, I got to tell you, was my sister. My sister, from a very young age, she put away her money. She kept good track of her money and everything. And even when she ran into a husband that it turned out really bad, she knew where her money was, and she put it away aside so that when the divorce went bad, she had her money.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have to go ask anybody.
Uh-huh.
And I totally, I mean, she's always set me straight. She's always told me the right thing. And right now, the one thing that I knew is that when you get a good opinion, you got to stick with it. And when I hear your opinions, those are good opinions, baby. You give such good opinions to men and to women. And this whole money thing is so true. You know, women, come on, wake up. Take care of yourselves, you know?
Exactly.
Stop clinging on to these poor guys who are earning their money, and then we divorce them and we take half their earnings, which is such bull.
I know it is. It's crazy.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tom. It's been so great. Baby, I swear, you gotta know one thing. My boyfriend is probably listening to you right now going, woo-hoo, I can't believe I called you. Oh, we listen to you all the time, Tom. You're so great.
Well,
you give such good insight to, like, you just give straight through insight on things that people just tiptoe around.
Olga, you call me anytime. Thanks a lot for the call. I appreciate it. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to, look at all these people calling in. Brandy, you're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
All right, Brandy.
You know, I was just so biting my tongue when you were asking that 20-year-old all those questions about mutual fund names and the guy's title. It just was frustrating me so bad I wanted to just break in and answer all those questions.
Oh.
You know, I consider myself pretty attractive. I'm about a 7 or an 8. I'm decent. I can hold my own. But, you know, I'm 34 and I'm married, and I agree with you and I disagree with you. And I think there's 2 important points. I agree with you that men should take care of the money in a marriage because I give my husband more confidence when I give him complete control of that, or any area. So I say, here's the checkbook, here's the 401k statements, here's the bank statement. Take care of business. And it injects confidence in him, and he does a great job. And I don't mind. I don't feel any I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything at all when I say, hey, Bill, I'm going to go pick up, X dress or go get my hair cut and spend a fortune on it, because I know that if we can't afford it, he'll tell me and I'll cut corners. And when we can't afford it, I go do it. But the other side of it is I make just as much money as he does. We're close to 6 figures. We're probably actually over it this year. We got 6 figures in our 401k, and I know how to invest. And I've done it for a long time now.
Wow.
I've spent 8 years in the brokerage business. And I really wish the young ladies out there, I mean, you've had some really good...
You know, having been in the brokerage business, you know that women generally don't know much about this stuff.
Oh, and I agree 100%. And the only reason I do, Tom, my dad instilled it in me at a young age, but as I got into my 20s and was making my own money, I really didn't, it just all went out the window. But when I started working at a brokerage firm, and I see people come in that are couples and widows and widowers, and they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and they have not got a dime. And they think, oh my gosh, it's, time to start saving. Well, the time to start saving is when you're 20. And, I'm 34, and I've got about 50 grand in a 401k. And that's because I give until it hurts, and then I give a little bit more. And now, after a couple of paychecks, you don't miss it anymore.
Yep.
And if people would just realize that girl that said $2,000 a year for 6 years, that's such crock.
Yes.
I mean, it truly is. But if you give a couple $100 a month and just keep doing it, and then when it doesn't hurt anymore, then add $50 to it. And when that debt stops hurting, add another $50. You adjust the way you live. And next thing you know, when you get that 401k statement and it's got all that money in it, God, it feels good.
Yeah, well, you know a lot more than most of these women.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Are you an animal, Jose? Yeah. Oh, listen to that.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis. Only on Hot Talk 1080 KOTK.
The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Vanessa, you're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom. I love your show.
Thank you, Vanessa.
I love the topic, and this is a big eye-opener for me because I am one of those, quote, stupid women about money. I don't know anything about, how to invest, and I just want your advice on how somebody like me who works hard but, wants to have my money to be more useful for me and my family. What do you suggest I do?
All right. How many credit cards do you have?
Oh, well, we're paying off about 10. But I canceled them all.
10 credit cards.
10 between my husband and I.
Oh, boy.
But I have none activated. I tore them up. I don't use any more, but we're still paying them off.
How much do you owe?
I owe, on 10.
You owe $10,000?
I'd say about $40,000 in
$40,000. The first thing you do is pay off your credit card.
Yeah, that's our priority.
That's
we're in
the
a credit
first thing you do. And what
now.
you're in what?
A credit management program.
Oh, like one of those consumer credit counseling service or something?
Either that or bankruptcy, and I didn't want to go bankruptcy.
Nope, that's good. All right, now what you got to do, I'm sure they've told you this at the counseling service, is figure out which card has the highest interest rate and pay that one down the fastest. And pay the minimums on all the others until you pay off the biggest one. And then work your way down the list. You'll have one that's 21%, one that's 19%, one that's 17%. Pay the highest interest rates first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first thing you do. You know why? Because it's like if you have a 21% credit card, it's like getting a 21% return on your money if you pay that off.
Yeah, it's just like a couple $100 in interest alone.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, if you look at it, if you offer to pay the minimum payment on your card, I can almost guarantee you that the amount of interest you're charged for that month is almost the exact same amount.
Oh, really?
Meaning you will never, ever get out of debt.
Right. That's why we enter this program, because I figured if we pay it off at this rate, we're going to pay it off for the next 20 years.
Do you know if you owe, let's say, $10,000 on a credit card, you pay the minimum payment every month? Do you know how long it will take you to pay it off, even if you don't charge another dime on the card?
I don't know. How much?
30 years.
Yeah.
30
I'm not
years.
Surprised.
Yeah.
But besides the credit cards, how do I...
There is no besides the credit cards. If you owe $40,000...
stocks and,
You should not be investing in stocks if you owe $40,000 in credit cards.
I mean, that's after I pay off my credit cards. I know the next 4 or 5 years I'm going to be stuck with this debt.
Yeah.
But after that, how do I get educated? How do I learn? What do I read? How do I...
Well, I recommend Money Magazine. It's relatively simple to understand. And not only that, I recommend in 5 years or whenever it takes you to pay off those debts, and not a minute before, once you paid them off, that you then invest in mutual funds, simple, safe mutual funds. And they're not all simple and safe.
Yeah. Okay.
And Money Magazine writes about the best ones, the safest ones, the wildest ones, whatever. And you'll read about it in there.
All right. Well, thanks for opening up my eyes. And you are right. Women do not know enough about money.
There you go. Well, Vanessa, I'm out of time, but I hope it was valuable to you. I appreciate it. Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com. You got that? tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.